Leading lenders are bracing themselves for the results of tough stress tests by the Bank of England showing how badly they would fare in a sharp downturn. Banks will have to say how much capital they would lose if unemployment soared to 9.5% and house prices fell by a third. Analysts said a looming fine for RBS from the U.S. Department of Justice for crisis-era subprime lending could mean it fails the test, which is based on balance sheets at the end of 2016. However, they added that RBS has generated more capital this year so should not need to raise any extra funds. The stress test results will come in the same week as the bank's financial stability report, which will give an overview of the vulnerability of the whole system. The bank is also about to release figures for all lenders that are expected to show a decline in mortgage approvals. Some economists believe this could signal that the market is on the verge of a major downturn. Figures last week for the high street banks from the UK Finance Trade Association have already indicated a dip. Mortgage approvals are set to fall to 65,000 from 66,100 last month, according to consultancy Capital Economics. The recent rise in interest rates is likely to have dampened demand further since the period covered by the figures. And mortgage rates are likely to rise further when the Bank of England's term funding scheme, a form of cheap finance for banks, comes to an end in the new year. Samuel Toombs, UK economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics, said, "This appears to be just the start of a bigger downturn." Will the budget help you? Or anyone? Listen to the This Is Money podcast. It was billed as a make-or-break budget, so did the Chancellor pitch its right. In this week's podcast, Simon Lambert, Rachel Rickard-Strauss and Georgie Frost pick apart the budget to try to find out who the winners and losers will be. From an up to £5,000 tax saving on a first home, to rail cards for the under-30s, zero mentions of the word saver, and whether Just Eat can really solve the productivity puzzle, they round up what you need to know. Plus, what exactly was Simon's stamp duty idea that drew 296 reader comments, of which about 295 were calling him an idiot? Listen to the podcast to find out. Press play to listen to the show below, or listen, and please subscribe if you liked the podcast at iTunes, Acast, and Audio Boom, or visit our This Is Money podcast page.